Pod in the City is a Sex in the City podcast and thus contains adult themes and explicit content. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome to Pod in the City. I'm Amanda.
And I'm John.
We're two besties who bonded over Sex in the City in college.
And now, 20 years later, we're reliving it like it's our very first time. It's season 4, episode 10, Bells of the Balls. Carrie invites Big up to Aiden's country home to talk. Charlotte tries to discuss her and Trey's infertility problems. Miranda sleeps with Steve to cheer him up after he has one of his testicles removed. And Samantha tries to get the PR position from hotelier Richard Wright. We're back, baby.
Italy. We are back. John, it's been a lovely time off. I actually think we both needed it because I've gone, thinking about recording with you. I was genuinely pumped. I'm like, we've missed so much to talk about. We're in the country episodes.
I'm really excited too, as years go and times fly and etc.
One thing remains the same.
Yes. Friendships never go out of style.
Yeah.
And bye, guys.
We look like we're part of Quebec, the arts scene, because I'm wearing a black kind of turtlenecky thing, and I'm wearing white. You're wearing black. Yeah, we're very.
This is actually a navy.
I have a new hairstyle. Do you like it?
I do, but I'm gonna sound like a bitch. When don't you have a new hairstyle?
I figured out kind of what I'm doing with the bangs here.
Sorry, guys, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be mean.
No, you're never mean. I never take it as mean. No, bangs are very difficult for somebody with sensory issues, so I'm figuring it out. But
I can't even imagine. I get my
hair all the time.
Wet.
Yeah. Oh, the second this is over, these are going all the way up. Put it back down.
One thing. Well, a couple things, okay? Before I get into plugging. One thing. Aiden was such a dichotomy in this episode for me. Because he had the hottest moment I've seen, I think, of Aiden.
When?
Well, I'll edge you. And then he had the nastiest, not the nastiest, but I would rank it up there. It's not as nasty as the hand lick or especially the Q-tip suck ear thing.
What's the hand lick? Oh, the hand lick from Anne just like that. Oh, God.
What's the
hand lick? By the way, John, I know that this is going to be one of those things where you're like, no, I'm not going to do it because everyone else is doing it. But I don't understand how you're not watching Heated Rivalry and that's all you want to talk about because my God, do you, okay. I know you're just being a contrarian, but this is something I need you to, this is one thing I really think you will love it. You will love it.
I'm not trying to be a contrarian. But I did see a TikTok the other day from this guy.
Yeah.
Who I think I follow him. And he was like, I get it. He's a gay as well.
Yeah.
And he was like, I get it, all this, but you guys, I've seen all of this on men.com and I've on Sean Cody. And then he goes on to list, I don't know.
But John, the thing is that the acting is good. The acting is so good. You will fall so in love with that Russian kid and their press tour. They're so unmedia trained. They were waiting tables 6 weeks ago, John. It's a fucking Cinderella story.
That part I think is fabulous.
They're not Nepo babies. It's not Sydney Sweeney. It's not Timothy Chalamet.
I haven't watched it.
All right, well, let's get on it.
I did see, though, The Housemaid.
Okay, people are like
Sydney Sweeney
and Amanda Seyfried. I honestly think if we put out a Heated Rivalry episode, people would love to hear what you think of this. When I was watching it, I was dying to think Like, what would John think of this? I know you'd like it. That's the thing.
I
Like,
think
you
it
would.
looks. I think it looks
6
hot and
episodes.
everything.
You can
I
get
don't
through the
know,
whole thing in
it's
4 hours.
It's like the unrequited sports love
It
that
is,
I'm
but
like.
the nice thing, and Katya said this, is that it's not about AIDS. It's not about anyone cheating on their wives. It's not. It's just a kind of a positive, lovely little story. It'll make you happy
Okay.
and horny.
Well.
Anyway,
that's
let's
the
talk
part
about
that
Sex in the City.
I don't know how to feel. I don't like to watch television to get horny.
Well, you don't have to like. Okay, well, listen.
Okay.
Watch the first episode. You'll be fucking hooked.
Do you have a prediction for the nasty thing that Aiden did and the hot thing that Aiden? Well, Aiden did a nasty thing and then he just looked hot at a point.
He looks hot in this whole episode. Honestly, I can't think. Well, let's just get right into
the whole episode. One thing I do want to do is get some plugging happening, which is last
speaking
week.
Of heated rivalry,
we did unfortunately lose
lube.
We didn't have our live anyway because I wasn't.
Oh yeah, happy birthday!
And we're back, baby. For our lives.
How
every
was
Friday,
it?
2 p.m. EST on YouTube. If you're just a listener, not just, but if you're a listener on the podcast places, check out our YouTube. You can see our faces and you can be incredibly disappointed, possibly, or you can be like, wait, I wasn't expecting them to look like that. Actually, that's enough of a reason to check out the YouTube.
My hair will look different week to week. So that's
you'll be like, oh, wait. I thought she was a blonde.
Now she has an afro.
I thought she had butt length hair. No. Up, down, all around.
Yeah.
Rip it low, pick it up slow. Okay.
There is news, like really quick news, that Sarah Jessica Parker got an award. We're gonna do a separate episode about this though.
We are. So make sure that you're Okay, so we've started a new kind of segment. Make sure that you're just checking out. Make sure actually that you have your notifications on because we're going to just drop some quickies. All right.
Yeah.
We're really basic with but I don't hate it. All right. We're going to drop some like little mini episodes in lieu of our weekly roundup. Basically with the new year, we kind of like shifted some of our recording and it's like actually so much. It's going to be so
amazing. Yeah,
us, and
this week
really
we're gonna talk about the Chris Noth fucking drama. But I do want to also talk about it on our live because I want to tell that story about Chris Noth that I have so quickly. But anyway, we'll talk about that. But then I also want to talk about Sunday in the Park with George in the West End with Ariana Grande and Jonathan Bailey. And then Heated Rivalry. We'll do an episode about Heated Rivalry at some point too. Go ahead. Sorry.
Amanda's giving away all the stories, but check out our little other pieces. Also, make sure that you are looking out for our Patreon. It's patreon.com/pod and the city. $6 a month get you ad-free early access to all of our episodes, and you get an extra episode each week. Right now, we're currently doing our Sex in the City book club. We don't even have a photo.
Yeah, I didn't have that in there. I was just looking for it. We'll get it in by the time we were
basically what we're doing with that is we are reading the book, the Sex in the City
good.
book. Okay, we've gotten some comments over the last period since we did it.
Are people liking it?
People are, but
okay, good.
I've also seen a couple comments of like I tried to read it at one point and I gave up halfway through. So I'll be curious.
That's what we're here for. You don't have to do anything.
It's not like it's like the first episode and kind of like the first season of Sex in the City.
Yeah, it's kind of gritty. And Carrie is not the lead, is not the narrator. Carrie's just a character.
And in fact, there is a bombshell reveal in the first episode that you've got to see. So Pod and the City Patreon, baby. All right.
There is.
We're in it. We're in it to win it. We'll rise. Oh my God. Okay. Okay, go ahead.
Go what?
I have a story for our are live, so I just thought of it.
Okay.
Are you ready to get going on this episode? I love this
Kind of.
episode because it's actually like a continuation of the episode before it, kind of. I mean, I know they all are, but you know, it's Carrie in the country. And
Kind
Big
of.
comes. Carrie is ridiculous completely. I'm sorry.
I don't think I thought she was that bad when I was in my 20s watching this. I'm like, no, they should be able to work this out, but it's so hard to even watch this with a logical thought. It's just a crazy thing to do. Like, it's so like if I were Aiden, I mean, Aiden, she's showing you everything you need to know. She expects you to do this. Get out of this. This is a crazy thing to expect anyone to do. And this is what I kept saying in my head. It's not just an ex. It's the ex who she had an affair with on you.
You know, and I hate to, you know, be flippant about this, but it wasn't like he was like standing on his window ledge about to jump off the 23rd story or whatever. He's literally just like,
she's getting drunk.
He's like, I gotta see you.
Right.
I gotta talk to you. It's like, it's not like he's like, I'm gonna do it. Ah!
I know, it's nothing. So true.
And she's like, stop. I couldn't help it. I had to invite him. I'd be like, girl,
I would never do this, but he's really sad. Haven't you ever had a girl break your heart?
But this actually kind of ties into last episode where we discussed you know, because she has that random date. If you haven't, guys, go listen to last week's episode.
A contentious topic from in our comments.
Exactly. She meets up with Big, and we were like, okay, what? Did she tell Aiden that she's leaving to go meet up with Big? And people were back and forth of whether she did or whether she didn't. This episode leads me to believe that she told Aiden that she was going to meet up with Big. But it just doesn't make any sense.
And then the other thing is, like, I also kind of get, I don't think it's appropriate ever for you to be friends with your ex or with a straight, like a person you're attracted to, like, you know, if you are in a relationship. I never think that. But it's also the fact that she talks to Big on the phone more than she talks to Miranda on the phone. Like, he's calling you every day. He's always like, I don't have a relationship like that with anyone.
He's also not just her ex. He's the ex you cheated on me with.
Yes. I thought you were holding a martini for a second there. It was such a like fabulous little point in the end of that. Okay, well let's get right into this here because we have an hour. We have an hour.
I realized okay.
We're out playing
stuffy lately, so sorry guys if I'm like sniffling and
it's coming down to Arizona. That cold.
That cold.
That cough too cold that I still have. Okay, we start out. We're playing pool, and Steve is there, and he does
this whole episode.
He
Shocker.
So does. He only has one ball, and Samantha keeps bringing up like one little ball left.
I don't know why this scene somehow sticks out, and I don't know if I must have rewatched season 4 a lot on the DVDs or something, but like this episode, so many parts of it stuck out to me.
Too.
Like her doing the jokes about the single ball. Ooh, it's down to one ball. And they're like, oh, they're standing in the corner, like cringing.
Is Carrie not the biggest bitch through this whole scene though? Because Samantha and Aiden are starting to have this back and forth. It's not even jaunty. It's like, she's like, oh, balls aren't even that big a deal. But I do love sucking on a ball. And Aiden's like having an adult, because they're both adults in their 40s, having a conversation like, oh, tell me more about that. And Carrie's like covering like Samantha's mouth, basically. Welcome to my life, she says.
Genuine. Like the first part is Samantha being like, they were huge. And they're like, how'd you know I could barely fit one of them in my mouth. And he's like, what? And then Carrie's like, welcome to my life. Then it continues. He was kind of not getting into it like horny wise, but he was like, oh yeah, oh, okay. Like
he's an adult man.
Like with friends.
Yeah.
And Carrie's like, enough. I'm like,
yeah.
F this lady. F this.
And like this, it makes Aiden seem. It
go
means
into how much
it makes you're the man you're fucking seem lame if you don't think that he can handle the ball talk.
Now, do we think though that maybe it is? I mean, I'm not gonna say maybe. Is this? Well, this is Carrie not wanting another woman to seemingly come off as flirting.
I don't even think she sees it that. I think she's just genuinely so embarrassed by Samantha. She feels the need to control the situation. But like she's not saying anything that crazy.
Have sex with, and you're also a sex columnist.
I don't think it would bug me if Samantha was my best friend. I don't think I would be upset if if my boyfriend likes Samantha, I'd be like, well, yeah, of course, because she's like hilarious and fun.
It did really shine a light, I think, on the like changes of the last 25 years. Because I don't think like nothing she said was even outrageous. It was about the size of balls. She wasn't like, yeah, I take 50 dicks in my butt every week. I mean,
it really was. And it's funny. And she's saying it funny. Like Samantha's, as she's talking, is also trying to be funny. So like, relax, Carrie. And Aiden's fine. Anyway, Aiden, some guy, this part is always funny. This guy walks up and he's like, Samantha Jones. And she's like, oh, hello, everybody. This is, and he's like, Alan. And she's like, Alan, of course. And he goes, we fucked. And she goes, fucked. Yes, fucked. Amazing. Like just the acting between both of them and the timing is very funny. And he's working with Richard Wright, and he'll give her a call for her PR thing. This is great. I like that they're normalizing this example of Samantha being able to fuck a bunch of men and then them still be friends afterward. Like they're friends.
I'm like, wow, this was a better use of exposition than I'm gonna also drop this. And just like that. And I know we made it 17 minutes in. This may be the longest.
It is.
And just like that episode.
Well, we talked about the hand licking, though.
Oh, shit. See, I feel like I keep thinking like there is a short scene that I feel like was at the beginning that
in this?
Possibility that we missed it?
No, definitely not.
Carrie and Aiden at Carrie's house.
We're getting it right here. Just calm down.
Oh, okay, because this is where the just nastiness happens.
Oh, the stuff in his underwear? It's so fucking gross when he's playing with Pete, right? That's not just a you thing.
In his underwear?
What? I said when he's in his underwear. When he's in his underwear playing with
There is a moment.
Everyone thinks
it's actually not even the playing with Pete. It's the running to play with Pete.
100%.
He is in nasty tighty whities. Not cute. They are not cute at all. And he does like a crab. He's almost in like crab walk pose.
Yeah, like I think it's funny. Because I think that's what the point is to be like ridiculous. Is to look ridiculous. Because they look really hot at the beginning of the scene when they're both brushing their teeth. And they're both, I think it's kind of a beautiful thing. They're both wearing like tighty whities, but she's wearing like girls' tighty whities. Like they look gorgeous. So I think that's kind of what, maybe it was directed that way. I'm assuming this wasn't Michael Patrick King. If it was Michael Patrick King, Aiden would be shitting in his pants while he's standing there. She tugs on his balls and he just shits himself.
And if it were Ryan Murphy, Aiden would be like dripping with oil. And
have an actual boner. Well, let's just blast through this other stuff though. Also, Samantha's storyline here with Richard. In the 90s, I felt watching this like, oh, this storyline's kind of old. Like women are equal now. And now it's 30 years later, 20 years later. And like, I feel like women have gone so far back now. And I've been watching Mad Men lately, so I hate men so much. The patriarchy. But it's such a good point though, is she's like, if I was a man, you would shake my hand, all of that. Like, it's important. Yes. And it's sad that we're still having this conversation now and it means more now.
I think it was an important story, obviously, back in the day. Like, I'd be interested to know what the cultural impact of this was on like watcher or people who watched back then, women especially.
I always remember it with her almost crying in the elevator.
And
Oh,
that
God, such a good acting
and the
moment.
reflection in the elevator.
Oh, I had chills. Okay. Also, can we talk about the balls really quick here?
The fake ball.
I'm with Miranda on like, if I'm a girl, none of us are talking about the balls. It doesn't come, even when girls kiki, balls don't really come up. I don't care about the balls. I like knowing that they're there, but like, I don't really care either way. If there's, she's like, I don't know if there's 1 or 7 down there. I did look up if men with no testicles can still ejaculate, because I could see how that would be very emasculating, because that is kind of part of it. But they can. You still can ejaculate without balls. You just don't have sperm, which was shocking to me.
Oh. That's kind of like when you get a vasectomy, right? You still ejaculate, but there's no sperm.
I guess where's the ejaculate coming from, though? Isn't that coming from the balls?
Semen, I believe, a little sex ed lesson.
Yeah.
I believe semen is like sperm and then another liquid that like gets this, like the sperm gets with it. That's what,
and that's all in the testicles. Or maybe it's just sperm in the testicles.
Sperm might be in the testicles, and then joining the other liquid.
The ejaculate helps them move
Someone let us know.
They're swimming through it. It's the opening scene. It's the credit sequence of look who's talking.
Rebecca's a scientist.
Yeah,
Rebecca,
you let us know.
Let us know, babe.
Charlotte wants Trey to test his sperm while they're eating mushu, and he's like, some mushu for my mushu.
They were very separate feeling for a lot of
They were, but they did. Oh, I was actually impressed at the end when they brought back the balls when she tugs on them. I was like, wow, that storyline really came back around.
You did start asking about the ball thing. Were you going to ask?
Yeah, I guess just would this bother you? Like if you had 1 ball, would you feel like you need another ball down there? Can you feel them at all times? Like if you close your eyes, could you like feel your ball right now?
Yeah, if I thought about it. It's like anything else though. I mean, like you're not actively feeling them like, oh, there's my
and you
ball.
can kind of make them bounce up and down, right? Brad used to do that. Brad used to make them move around.
Yes, I believe most men can. I don't know what it would feel like to only have 1. I don't know what it'd feel like to have 0. I think to have 0 would feel...
That would be weird, right?
I don't know. I think that if maybe it was non-invasive and not bad to put the fake one in, which I believe they do nowadays. Right?
Okay, well, yeah, I mean, just from a woman who is pretty raunchy. I don't give a shit.
The hard part with this situation is Miranda telling Steve that she doesn't care and it doesn't matter. That doesn't really matter because it's Steve's body. I mean, this is a, body autonomy type situation where like,
men's rights activist.
It's true. Well, it goes all ways.
Yeah,
it goes all ways. You know what I mean?
Carrie and Aiden
that's not okay. Wait, pause. That when I say it goes all ways, that is not me. Men
have it just as bad as women.
Both sidesing feminism and anti-feminism. No, not at all. I am saying that men as well. It's just like, okay. Here's an example. Jack's saying that he wants Britney's boobs to be bigger.
Yeah, but he's paying for them.
It's all of that. You know what I mean? He should never have... Okay, whatever.
Did you see Tom and Ariana finally settled the house?
I don't give a shit about them at all.
I care more about Sandoval than I do about Ariana, honestly.
I have been watching the new Vanderpump, though. And I have a new girl that I hate.
Okay. This scene is so cute. Okay, so Carrie and Aiden are both in their underwear. They're addressing, Carrie still can't get over Miranda mentioning balls. So she's like, do you like them tugged? And Aiden's like, this I think is such a well acted and well written scene because it really does look like just a couple being silly together. So he's like, yank on them, and she's like going to pull on them, and he's like, no, you're gonna pull too hard. It's very cute. Phone rings. Aiden answers. Big says, it's me. Wild thing to say. I think if I called you, I wouldn't say, hi, it's me.
We also haven't had sex and dated and then been
I'm not even
cheated with
talking
each
about
other.
that. I just mean that, like, there's a Seinfeld episode about this, about how
Oh,
presumptuous it is to call someone and say, "It's me," because the person's like, "What?"
I would never do that in a million years. I, in fact, hate when
Don't
people
answer the
answer the
phone.
phone. And because now, of course, you know who's calling you.
Mm-hmm.
I
Kids will
don't
never
like when
know.
it's like, hey, you
Oh,
know,
God.
I would rather, even though I know who the person is, I still like to answer with a hello, not a
Ahoy,
hey.
hoy.
Because like a hey is, you could be like, hey, well, actually, no, I don't like that. I don't like answering. There's something weird about it.
Well,
I
it's
feel
weird to say,
uncomfortable.
"Hey, it's me," when your ex's new boyfriend answers. He doesn't
Well,
know who me is. What the
that,
fuck?
of course, too. Hey, I have an idea, Big. Stop calling. Grow some balls, you little bitch. And you know what, Carrie? Stop the fucking bullshit here. It is ridiculous. In fact, it's almost to the point of pissing me off. It's not to the point of, almost to the point of pissing me off. I'm pissed off about this. I'm over it.
Big says it's me, and Carrie takes the call in the closet, and Big is like freaking out. He does about his actress girlfriend is now ghosting him, and he's like, "She can reach me, but I can't ever get her." And this is a recurring thing he keeps saying. Aiden, understandably pissed off when she gets off the phone. He's, "Why'd you take the phone in there?"
Well, another one of my favorite things is when you are in a room or like in a car especially, and someone answers their phone and then talks in a full voice conversation. It's like I'm obviously listening to, like, I'm in your conversation. Like Aiden is in Carrie's conversation. He can probably hear Big on coming out of the phone. Like,
Yeah,
so he's in the other room, like
in his underwear, just
but
sitting
again,
in his underwear.
he could have. A lot of dumb choices are made. This episode is giving me horror movie vibes in the fact that like these
I
people
could see
make
this being
really
re-edited.
dumb choices.
Yeah, it just he just, no matter as tough as Aiden comes across at the cabin, it's still pretty cock-ass to even allow this to happen. I really think that I would be like, if he shows up here, we're broke, we're done. That's
I
it.
don't understand why he's letting not. Okay. I don't think in a relationship it's about letting your partner do things, but how is he even sitting there while she's on the phone with, like, that would be my cue to be getting up and leaving.
Oh
And
yeah,
then
well, I mean
never
later
come
about the
back.
him coming to the cabin.
I'm
But
not
anyway,
listening. I'm not. I'm not. I would be annoyed if my partner was talking to their ex who they cheated on me with
of
on the
course.
phone, even. I'd be like, why are you friends with them? What are you getting out of this? I would be such a heinous bitch to them that they would be like, wait, you're right. I don't,
But
oh God, I don't want to be
like
their friend.
Carrie has somehow gaslit him into thinking that this is normal. So she comes out, and her whole attitude the entire time is like, "Well, I mean, what am I supposed to? Aiden, you know I love you. Well, you love me when you did it the first time, though, and you weren't even as close to Big back then."
That's why it seems weird because there aren't enough stakes behind Big,
No,
you know, pulling a holiday special
you weren't even
on.
this good friends when you were dating. Why does he need to call you every single day? Big is freaked out. Oh
Well,
yeah, so he says,
he wants her. I mean,
I guess.
they
Aiden
want
goes,
each other. I think Carrie still wants him.
she loves this. You can't tell me that she
She
doesn't
loves
love
it.
this. Aiden says, "Carrie, if you tell me nothing's going on, then nothing's going on." And she's like, "Well, I know it makes you feel uncomfortable. It makes me uncomfortable." And he's like, "I can take him, you know." Then he goes about Batman and Green Hornet. And this is where he's like, see, right, Pete. And he does this disgusting
It's the
underwear crab walk.
crowdedness that then causes. It's not even just it's that it causes the tighty whities to sag in the butt area,
Mm-hmm.
which then just makes me feel like there's a turd hanging in your butt area, which is so gross.
When me and Justine saw Rocky Horror Show, the Brad was like a huskier guy. He definitely wasn't fat, but he was husky, and he has a song in Act 2, and he's like basically walking through the audience and his underwear was like that. It was so saggy. It looked like he was wearing a diaper and you could completely see his dick. It was small. So the entire time, all I was looking at was his little dick like floating around in his baggy underwear.
Do they not realize like you shouldn't just wear like the one? Okay, continue.
I don't know. I'm seeing Dirty Rotten Scoundrels there next week.
Oh.
Yeah. We'll probably leave in the intermission like we usually do. Okay, so he's playing with Pete. So now we're at the diner, and Carrie is incredulous. She's like, I don't know. He got so mad. And she goes, it's a guy thing, I guess. It's a guy thing that he's upset that you are besties with your ex who called you at what? They're getting ready for bed. It's like 10:30 p.m.
I'm confused about it's a guy thing.
It's a guy thing. And Miranda's like, no, it's not. And Carrie's like, well, I think we should maybe, like, she says, I wish there was a way for Aiden to know that he has nothing to worry about. Like, maybe I should get me and Big and him together and we can all talk and Aiden could see once and for all that I love him and that Big and I are just friends. And Charlotte's like, I don't know, Carrie. And then Samantha says, guys don't talk, they fight. It's all that testosterone. God bless it. And then Charlotte's like, and then Charlotte says, we're getting Trey's sperm tested. And all of the girls are like, are you fucking insane? All of them. Even Charlotte is like, no, you're not getting your ex together with Aiden so that Aiden can see, she does love me. Look how well these two get along. She obviously loves me more.
That was her overall idea here?
Yeah, she says, right. I just read her whole monologue.
Or is she just, okay, she's just trying, that's not, okay. I understand that's what she says.
Yeah.
But.
She says, if Aiden can see all of us together, he'll realize he loves me and that I love him and that Big and I are just friends.
Okay. I don't believe that she's that stupid.
Well, all the girls think it's a terrible idea, but Charlotte now says we're getting Trey's sperm tested, and he's acting like a little bitch about it. And then, so great, that's over. Now, Steve and Miranda walk and talk, and I just want to show this very cute moment. In the foreground of this, as they're walking and talking, there's this big somebody's just walking a mastiff, and I'm watching this dog named Lumi, who was silent for like 12 hours yesterday, and all of a sudden he just starts barking ferociously and ran out to the TV because he saw the puppy.
Oh my god.
Isn't that so cute?
That's really cute.
I know. I was like, what the fuck? I didn't know you could even bark. Anyway, so that's that.
Dog on the TV.
Yeah, he went right.
Wasn't he around dogs though?
Yeah, there was like 4 other dogs here, but he just saw, and then I sent it to the owner and they're like, yeah, he loves to watch dogs on TV. I'm like, I honestly didn't know until this moment that dogs could like make out objects on the TV like that. And the dog on TV wasn't barking. He was just walking. Anyway, cute little dog moment. So they're walking and talking. They're talking about the balls and he's like, I think, the doctor said that sometimes they make fake balls for dogs. They make them for humans too. And Miranda's like, no, Steve, absolutely not. But then she agrees to go with him to the appointment, right? And she goes, I've been to the area, Steve, and trust me, I got to be honest, wouldn't know if you had 1 or 4. And he's like, but I know. And she says, women don't care, which I agree, but like you said, body autonomy. And Steve made an appointment, so he wants her to go.
Okay. There's no way to know. I would say Miranda is being slightly ridiculous here because to say she wouldn't know the difference between 0 and 4.
It just seems very.
He must have teeny tiny balls then, or something.
Maybe he has very tight balls, but like when you have long balls, it just seems very glandular down there.
Well, then, but if half of that is missing and there's still the sack there,
yeah, but like sometimes you go down there and like one ball is very prominent, and like you really don't even know where the other one is because they kind of separate and move around on their own. Oops. I just unplugged my ring.
Oh my god. Well,
okay. The whole conversation with Carrie. Wait, sorry. At dinner now. I'm sorry. Samantha now has a meeting with Richard Wright, Dexter's dad. And again, like that's that. I watched the first few seasons are very good. He is Dexter's dad, and he's not like sexy in that or anything, but like it's crazy how sexy this man, who if you saw him walking down the street wouldn't find him sexy, It's like Kim Cattrall brings out the sexiness in him. They are so sexy together, right?
I'm gonna really have to lock in and see how I feel on the rewatch because I mean, we infamously, I'm just kidding, forgot to even include Richard on our ranking of the men.
We had the most obscure men, and then Richard wasn't on there.
I've never thought Richard was like hot or like for me. So I'm gonna have to
I don't think he's hot, but I find him and Samantha to be so electric together.
That's what I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to see in my more mature status if I feel somewhat differently because and maybe I'll feel differently too when Smith Jared comes on when I'm in my
maybe he'll seem really young. Probably
that's probably what I'm thinking might happen. I'll be like, oh,
he's so gorgeous though. That man is so gorgeous. I can't believe he didn't blow up more. Like
he must have been a douchebag or actually not a very good actor, which I think maybe he wasn't that great of an actor.
Maybe. He also like talked shit on Kim Cattrall. There's like that clip floating around now where he's like, where they're like, so you would take SJP's side in the whole battle, and he's like, I just think people need to realize where they came from and stuff.
Okay, I think he was saying that because he was hoping he might get a recurring spot on the show that must not be named.
Well, he didn't. Which is also weird. Why? Oh, because Samantha's not in it. Go. Okay.
Because they didn't want to bring anything back because we didn't want Sex in the City.
Richard says your resume is all fluff, and he's like, it's just parties and events, and he's like, okay, he wants to hire her, but he wants her to.
I do like that though because he is like, it's all parties and fluff, and she's like, well, what do you? She has a good response there. What do you want? What do you think I would do? Blah, blah, blah. Or like, well, what do you think I do?
Right. Well, and he's a hotelier. So like, that's
what like, what do you think a PR person does? Bitch?
Yeah. But he wants her to share their work with a man. And he's like, read between the lines, Miss Jones. And like, he doesn't want a lot of his business men, people would rather work with a partner who isn't as emotional. So now we cut to dinner. I just want to show Miranda continues to kill it in the looks department this whole season. Look at how good she looks here. Look at this outfit.
She does look good.
Like and it's just kind of a wrap dress, black and white. She just looks great. But anyway, Samantha says,
I think Samantha looks good this whole episode too, always. Especially later, the crying scene. Her outfit there looks really good.
She goes, emotional is just another way to say I don't want to hire a woman. And then Miranda looks great. And then Charlotte's very funny here. Charlotte's like, I cried once at the gallery, once. And then after that, it was always, oh, careful. Don't make Charlotte cry. This is a good point. Like, this is such a good point is that women, like when Hillary was running for president, not to get political, but it was, well, what if she has her period? As if men don't have mood changes every 10 minutes.
Now, okay, agreed. Mm-hmm. And I'm not going to discount women or feminism here. But I do think this is also just a general common occurrence. It'd be like if you do something like, especially in a workplace, you do something once and then you're like known as that person.
Yeah,
like
100%. Yep.
Like, or like it'd be like if you fart once in a meeting or something, like you never, like you will always be the person who farted in the meeting.
I would almost, if I could go back in time and tell myself before, I've never farted in a meeting either, but I wish I could go back and tell myself, just if you want to have a career in this business, don't try to stand up for yourself. I'm sorry, but like, it's not the time for you to make a stand. Like, it just isn't, you will not do better by standing up for yourself or speaking up. I wish that it wasn't like that, but especially in theater,
I'd say if you truly want to be successful in theater,
you have to kiss ass.
You put your face down and you kiss so much ass.
Yeah.
And there you go.
I really do wish I known, because I was raised to kind of stand up for yourself because I never did growing up. But now I'm like, you should have just let yourself be bullied. You were good at it as a kid.
Only children. I'd be interested to know how many theater, like people who are like the star, like theater stars, how many of them are only children or not? Because I wonder if being an only child makes you
Well, as
like
it
more
turns out, more
difficult to
people
work
are
with.
coming out of the woodworks of our listeners saying, I'm an only child too. There is something with that,
Yes,
100%.
but that's listeners to a podcast, not Broadway stars.
Well, I'm just saying it's such a specific, like, we're such a specific group. I would love to read a study on that.
That only children are like willing to suffer through other
but
only
we all
children.
I think we just get each other. We all have the same something. Anyway, we still have half an hour. I'm so concerned about the time. This is the first time we're doing all these back to back.
Oh, we're fine. I feel like the schedule's.
I just did a 2-hour live before this.
C'est magnifique.
C'est magnifique. Charlotte once cried at the gallery. A guy gets saying, and then she goes. A guy gets angry in a meeting. He's a pistol, and a woman, she's emotional. It also true. This whole conversation. So we have Charlotte, Miranda, and Samantha, all with jobs. Well, Charlotte doesn't have a job anymore, but all of them relating about work. And then Miranda's like, yeah, I also, same with me with work. And then the whole time, Carrie is just making little quippy quips, little quippies, little punny puns. She doesn't like when it gets too serious here, but also don't talk about sex.
Well, because she needs to bring her ex.
She's like, how can I get it back to the topic of Big and Aiden fighting over me?
Well, she's insufferable. I'm sorry.
She is so bad. And I never thought she was in my 20s. I thought this episode was like, it is still watchable. It's hilarious. And she is good in it. But she is the worst person. This is outrageous to ask anyone to do this. So she has to go back to the country.
Also, why is Aiden putting up with it? I don't understand.
That's the other thing is just he shouldn't. He just shouldn't, like, no self-respecting person should agree to do this. So Carrie's reading a magazine at the cabin with Big's girlfriend on it, on the cover. And Big now
looks a lot like Natasha.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, they probably did that on purpose.
When it first pulled out, I was like, oh, is that Natasha? But then I was like, oops, no.
So Big calls, and I did notice it, and Carrie's not answering on a cell phone. She has given him Aiden's cabin phone number in case you need to reach me. This is a landline.
A passing line where she says, how did you get this number? And he says that he looked it up or something. Like he looked up Aiden's phone number in. There's an egregious bit here that they're trying to play that a 40-minute drive is like.
Well, it's also not a 40-minute drive.
Undoable. That the idea that like a driver later when Carrie when he's like, I'll get my driver to come get me, and she's like, it's an hour drive.
What if you're going to Newark?
Your paid driver can't do an hour drive to come pick you up? I don't think so, bitch. An hour? We should have made this 3 hours. What are we doing? What are we doing?
It's raining. Well, also Aiden has pointed out at some point during this episode that it is raining, but where are we? Big calls the cabin. This is beyond friends. You're not just friends. He calls you more than Miranda. I did miss the line where he said that though. So that's at least a little less egregious that she didn't give him this number. That's so crazy. Big wants to come to the country because he's really upset. Even though he again doesn't seem that upset, he seems like kind of mildly inconvenienced. That's his tone of voice. Him
like sitting around smoking cigarettes. It's like, man, she broke my heart, Carrie.
Carrie's in jeans, a black bra, and like a white beater. She looks great. Aiden comes in and he's like, oh, it's gonna rain. And he goes, who was on the phone? And she goes, Batman. Oh. I invited him up. And then he's like, she says, this is the most pick-me line ever. That crazy movie star lady broke up with him. It's her fault. This crazy bitch
movie star lady broke up with him.
He has no one else to talk to, she says.
Me as Aiden, I would be like, why do you care? Why do you care?
Oh God, this is so crazy.
I wouldn't be putting up with it at all because I'd be like, well, you're cheating on him, right? You're gonna cheat on me, right? You're gonna cheat on me again.
I really would put my foot down here and say, if I see a car drive up that road First of all, we will break
I
up,
wouldn't even want her talking
I
on
will.
the phone to him,
I
but
don't either.
it's
And
a hard
I think
position.
Aiden, the way this needs to be actually handled, because I get also that maybe you can't. There were cell phones here, though. She could have called him and been like, "You can't come anymore." Aiden says no, understandably.
I think
So,
ultimately, in my mind, I would want to control this person and be like, you can't don't talk to them. But ultimately, it's that the bad thing here about it is that she wants to talk to him.
mhm.
And so you're not going to be able to change that part. So again, I would be breaking up with this woman.
So how I think this should have been dealt with is that Big drives up, Aiden meets him way out at the entrance. That's how this needs to be dealt with. If I'm Aiden
And
and
he's
I'm going to
got
stay
something
with
on his
you,
hip. He's got a pistol on his hip.
I
And
really
he
do
tells
think
him
that
to take
I
it
think
where he takes it.
it goes too far. Anyway, so Aiden, this is a good line. Aiden goes, "Well, he better be fucking upset. I bet when he gets here, there better be tears." And he goes, "He's got some balls coming up here." Bringing back the balls. Carrie also said at one point, "Hey," she walks up behind Aiden and she's like, "Hey, you're my man and I love you. And come on, have you ever had a girl break your heart?" And then he like gives her a look and she's like,
he did look pretty hot in
he
this.
looks he's hot when he's angry.
He does. He looks good in this episode overall, except for the crab walk doo-doo.
Yeah, it's really good. What was the hot thing he did? Was it throwing the basketball at Big? All right.
I hated the basketball on the cabin. The sound of it.
I know. I would lose it.
I was just over it in the episode. I'm like, I can't listen to this. I can't listen to this.
Aiden says, okay, Miranda and Steve are checking out the testicles. They're not approved by the FDA yet. So Miranda says no. Great. Meanwhile, Trey is doing his sperm sample. He can't get it up. Charlotte brought jugs and she's like, "It's the Big Bonanza edition."
She's pretty funny in this. This also is one of those glimmers where like I'm like, oh, I see what she was doing and just like that, it just wasn't edited correctly and wasn't written right.
Right, yeah, exactly. The timing was off. Trey is scared because he can't handle another problem in that area, and then she tugs on he's like, do that thing I like, just give him a little tug, and then he's, I love the callback to the tugging. Like, that's great.
I do too.
And it continues the storyline that they do have kind of kinky sex, even though ball pulling is not kinky at all. But it is to Carrie.
Isn't it weird to think, though, that, like, okay, you could be at a doctor's office and, like, there's people in, like, the one right next to you, like, jerking it to get a sperm sample. It wouldn't phase me. It's more just like, oh, I didn't think about that.
Yeah. Okay, Samantha wants Richard. So Richard and Samantha are in their final interview, and he's like, "Well, I almost was going to hire you, but it's just not going to work out." And she's like, "No, I want you to say it, explain it." And then he goes, "Okay, you slept with my architect, and I don't want to get into all that." That is actually funny because it's kind of like you expect him to say it's because you're a woman.
But also, I'm not sure that you're allowed to do that.
And then she goes, come on, it was 100 years ago. I barely knew the guy, which is funny. And then she catches herself like, oh, that doesn't sound good. And she goes, "You know what? If I was a guy, you would have shaken my hand, bought me a scotch, and given me a key to an office."
That's amazing. The good point.
It's a great point. It's amazing. A man with such innovative vision can be so short-sighted. And then as she's walking in the elevator, and a voiceover is saying, like, Samantha just kept telling herself, "Don't cry, don't cry, don't cry." She turns around in the elevator, and she's like, "Come on, close."
The way, though, that they do this is so... Okay, she's walking. He's like, "Miss Jones, Miss Jones," and she goes and she walks to the elevator. The elevator is like reflective, like mirror. You can see her reflection. That's how you're seeing her face. Then it cuts to her face. You can see, and she's like, come on, like to get it to open. She goes in, and then she's like pushing it to close. Then she
it's so good. It's such a good moment. She's so good. Love her.
I love, moments of I guess this wouldn't be called filmmaking, but like
cinema.
There you go. Like cinema.
Big arrives and he's like sitting out in the car in the rain, listening to New York State of Mind, and Aiden's like, he's here. And
this
Carrie,
would drive me also equally crazy because he wants Carrie to come outside. Come outside. I'd be like,
right.
go fuck yourself. Go
Seriously.
craft
So
your
she goes out and she's like, you're coming in. And so
She's
it
also
says,
decided to keep on the bra with
yeah,
white tank top
she's loving it in the
over it.
rain.
You
Perfect.
know, your man that you cheated on your current man with is coming by, so why not put on the bra or keep
And
on the
then run
bra?
through the rain to the new
Like,
guy. So
okay.
it says an hour and 2 bottles of red wine later, which actually, as a alcoholic myself, it should have been more than 2 bottles of red wine. I don't think that would have gotten a professional drinker like Big that drunk.
The only way the 2 bottles make kind of sense is if he was the only one drinking.
Even that, I don't think 2 bottles of red wine is gonna make Big that drunk.
I also probably
You
would have
couldn't
made
kill
it
2
like a
bottles of
bottle
wine.
of scotch. If I had 2 bottles of wine, I'm
I could
toasted.
I could probably chug 1 bottle of wine right now and be like real good.
No, I couldn't.
Really? You couldn't?
No, I would not be equal, but I'm not like a huge drinker, so
Yeah, we've drank a lot of tequila together. That margarita day we had.
I've had plenty of
Yeah, I do love tequila. Okay,
days.
Big is wasted and he has to stay over. Aiden comes in and like throws him a pillow and blanket, and Big
He
is
wants to smoke in the house. Carrie's like, you can't smoke in here. He's like, really? She's like, you can't smoke in here. He's like, then I guess I'll go. And then he stands up and
he's very good at acting drunk, I will say. Like this is he's very accurately annoying for a grown man in his 40s, this shit face. Miranda takes Steve out to dinner to lift his spirits, and then they come back and he's really pouting. He's like, oh, my balls. And she's like, Steve, I'm really trying here. And then he's like, oh, just who's going to want to fuck me? So then she gives him the pity fuck.
And the voiceover is like, Miranda realized that it didn't matter about surgeons. All she needed to do was show Steve he was still fuckable. It wasn't that, but that's the point, I guess. Is that
it's fine. It's a great. I'm shocked when she's, spoiler alert, pregnant next episode. Like that was shocking.
Strange though, because he doesn't want to listen to her the whole episode, even though when she's like, it's fine, isn't that implying that he's fuckable in her eyes?
Yeah, but now she's shown him, and he does get her pregnant. Next morning, Carrie's in the living room.
Got that one ball was real strong.
Yeah, Aiden is hitting the b-ball against the house, and Carrie's
He's
just
also
like
wearing like a very like a tight top.
He is
very tight.
Now I will say, 2 bottles of red wine. I can't imagine a worse hangover than that.
Well, this is also why Aiden's doing what he's doing.
Oh, I mean, great move.
He's like, get out of my house. It's time to go back home.
And
bitch.
Carrie's just like hanging out with Big inside the house. She's like, morning. And she's like, you need to go outside and make up with him. You need to go make friends. And he's like, we have nothing in common. She goes, you have me in common. And if you don't go out there, then I'm sorry, we can't be in each other's lives. I'm like, you should have said that weeks ago. That like, maybe it's not a possibility that we can. Oh, so it is an option then, Carrie, that you cut him out. So he goes outside. They have this little basketball thing. I think the acting is very fun. I feel like they were having fun. The 2 men were having fun doing this.
Yeah.
Carrie's playing solitaire inside. Are you fucking kidding me? If my ex and the guy cheated, like we're talking outside, I wouldn't just be inside like, well, I guess I'll just play solitaire. I'd be like,
yeah, but Carrie's a cool girl. She's cool.
Yeah, it's chill. They fight. She comes out. She yells, you're middle-aged. Pete bites Big's ass, and he's like, he bit my ass.
Now, in this
is where the hot thing is.
Mud wrestling was a frame-ish of Aiden where he looked good. And it's actually part of the cover here. It is Big and Aiden here, like where it looks like Aiden is about to get topped by Big. They're in missionary almost.
Okay,
and like Big is like between Aiden's legs, and Aiden's like, I don't know, I've never done this before. And then Big's like, it'll be okay. And he's like, I don't know. And then they're all Aiden looked good in this, is all I'm gonna say. And
yeah, they both look kind of hot, actually.
Nasty. I think Aiden's. I don't like
Except
Aiden.
Big probably. I can feel Big's headache. Just like
sure.
A hangover from red wine. I can't imagine a worse hangover. That's why I never used to drink red wine. So the hangover would be bad.
For me, white wine gives me a hangover.
Interesting. Wine gives me a hangover in general. Vodka and champagne I could drink all day with no hangover, which was really the problem at the end. Okay, so they all go inside. They've made up. They're eating breakfast and getting along, I guess, except I still don't really understand how that happened. And then
this is trying to play up on this idea, and unfortunately it is somewhat true that men do this thing, like straight men do this thing where like they'll get over, like they get over something, like
yeah, but I don't think they're actually over it though.
It's like the tale of all this time is that women will take something, like will be like forever, and a man will be like, oh well, want to get a beer? Okay.
But that's because men also aren't deep. Like they could just go hang out and not even talk to each other. They're just doing the same thing at the same time.
So actually, this is somewhat unrealistic because Aiden wouldn't be all but hurt.
Yeah, he should have gotten over this earlier. Well, and it says somehow the storm had passed, and I never fully understood why. Okay, maybe men and women don't live in the same zip code, but we're moving closer. Great episode. What's next?
Y'all.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda.
Hey, if you guys are watching us on YouTube, could you subscribe, hit like, and share, baby? Also, if you like our voices, if you like our vibes, guys, go to patreon.com/podandthecity. We're currently doing the Sex and the City book club, and what's nice about it is we read the book, so you don't actually need to get the book or anything.
Oh my God, John, you know what I noticed? Because I was going to make an AI clip of like I was just seeing what AI would show us. And all the clips of the book club. You were
using AI.
Well, look, there's a whole thing with this, and no, this is the ultimate end of this. But on the clips, because I don't go back and watch the episodes, obviously.
On the clips?
Your book, has the World Trade Center on the covers. So the entire book reading, it's just you and then the World Trade Center under your face. It's so good.
Wait a damn minute. You're right.
That's so funny. And like the way you're holding the book is just World Trade Center.
Oh my God. And that's on
you bought that
cover.
Yeah. Oh, it is. Yep. Well,
y'all
never forget. Am I right? All right. Well, that was that episode. We love you guys.
New York City.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Oh,
check out all of our other stuff. Okay.
Next episode is coulda, woulda, shoulda. Okay. Samantha's accessory obsession causes friction with an important client. Is that the Lucy Liu thing? Charlotte and Trey confront their problem source. Miranda's facelift. What? Oh, no. Miranda faces life-changing news of the pregnancy, and Carrie's relationship with Aiden progresses. I bet they'll be annoying. We love you guys so much. Tune in next week. Join us every Friday for our live stream and check out our Patreon. And that's it. Have a great rest of your weekend. Bye-bye.
Bye.